dad. Driving up to Rockbridge, exit 180 with all the stuff that I could fit into my truck. I've got one tire that's showing wire, and my client that I thought I secured a $20,000 payment for went with a different contractor. I've got a whole lot of business stuff that I've learned and have made, and a lot of stuff that it got stolen from me. And everyone just keeps saying I'm crazy, but all the tools, all the money that you ever gave me, man, I don't even know how to file a fucking lawsuit, man. Because no one will fucking listen to me. And what happened to me, the only one that will is Rhiannon. And my new client, Kristen Grosso. They know everything that happened. Everything. Because they're the ones that have taken the time to listen without just shutting me up and telling me that I'm fucking psychotic. They listened to the full story, not just a 3-minute phone call before they had had enough. Her, Kristen, and God. And I have so many videos of just me recording myself over and over and over because I'm scared, man. I'm scared. I'm doing everything the Bible says to do. And getting crucified by my family, my friends. I've lost my phone number. I lost an entire month's worth of income and just had overdraft after overdraft after overdraft into my account. And no one offered to help. No one in the family even brought me shoes to the hospital, and I had to walk through fucking piss every day just to piss them. Every day. Poplar Springs. The first time they put me on Depakote and like 2 other medications, and then the second hospital they didn't pull the fucking record, so they put me on a new one, and then the third time I went back to Poplar Springs and they put me on a fucking new one. All within a month, dude. And also shot my arms full of whatever they fucking decided. Double arm fucking injections because I was having a panic attack. Because I'm afraid of fucking doctors and needles. Because I have PTSD, not bipolar. I have ADHD, not bipolar. I have autism, not bipolar. I cry a lot because I've had everything taken from me. And I don't even have a shoulder to cry on. I asked that of the bakers, and this is what they did to me. And so I blocked all of them, every single last one. And I don't know who to call family anymore. Because right now it's no one. And I only have one friend, Kristen Grosso, that was able to just listen and not crucify me. And I have one girlfriend, Rhiannon, who I've been pushing away with, just talking about how awful the world has been to me and how I'm just trying to keep going. But I haven't wanted to hurt myself or anyone else. And maybe I haven't been a sane mind, but the world has been fucking insane to me, man. Maybe I haven't been making all the right decisions, but I haven't been breaking any laws. You can talk to every fucking cop I've talked to. I've lost count, man. I've lost count. I had malpractice happen to me. My brain is just fucking fried from all the fucking psychotic medications they put me on. I can't sleep anymore. I can hardly fucking navigate back home. Because I don't have fucking service on my phone, and I don't know where home is anymore. It's real funny coming from the carpenter that made his slogan, because home is where the heart is. Huh. Is it now? What happens when everybody takes your fucking heart and drags it through the mud and stomps on it and cuts it open and laughs? Your whole fucking life. It just takes to your heart and completely disregards what their actions can do to it. How they love each other can do to it. Dad, you told me that if my mom was on fire, you wouldn't piss on her. I remember that. That's a quote from you. My mom, when I told her that I wanted to kill myself for the last time at the age of 16, you know what she said? And I quote, write a song about it and sing it to someone who cares. Quote. Now, I can't prove that, but I fucking remember it vividly. Vividly. Everything that ever fucking happened. I have a better memory than anyone I fucking know. And that's a blessing. Because I can memorize melodies and harmonize to them immediately. I can memorize the lyrics to a song the first time I hear them. I can memorize anything immediately. Why do you think I was so bad at school? Because I learned something so quickly and got fucking bored of the homework that night. Because I was like, yeah, it's already fucking in there. I don't need to fucking practice. Yeah, the music is already fucking in there. I don't need to practice. Oh, the fucking computer repair? Already in there. Don't need to fucking practice. Can repeat it without a fucking YouTube video. But how do I market all of my skills to the world, Dad? Because I'm not just a carpenter. You know who everybody said was just a fucking carpenter? And nothing good could come from where he came from? I'll let you answer that if you know the answer. You know what other carpenter had his entire life changed after he was baptized? You tell me, and I'll tell you the book to read about what he went through. Do you know what other carpenter tried to just live the best way he knew how and asked God what he should do with every move he should make and told people, preached to people every way that they should be, even though that there was an Old Testament before, but there's a new law? I won't tell you what the carpenter's name was or where he was from, but he also did not have a dad on his birth certificate. He had a dad here, but if he was walking around nowadays and he was really, really honest about who his dad was, he wouldn't be able to put it on his birth certificate. And so he went around doing everything that his father had given the ability to do. And you know what the people did? Some of them reached out just to touch him, just to be healed, because they had faith. And others called him a liar and called him a lunatic. And whose voice do you think won in the end? The people of faith? That he could do some good in the world? Or the people that just couldn't see what was standing right in front of them? Wouldn't stick their hand in the spear wound? Or needed to just to believe that it was real? I hope you go wherever you can, whatever day of the week you're available, to go learn about that carpenter. Because I've learned a whole lot about him. And there's more books written than him. There's more places that were built for him on earth than any other place or any other books in the entire existence of not the United States, I'm sorry. The human race. More texts that we're still digging up from his time, where people decided to just write down what their encounter was with that man, because it was worth writing down. To some people, anyway. for what reasons they wrote it down. Some had different reasons. But everybody wrote about him. Everybody did. Everybody talked about him. And his story spread like wildfire across nations that hadn't even been discovered yet, long after he was gone. And the people that follow him and what he taught go out to the furthest edges of the world, to the most isolated tribes of people, just to give them that story, to have it translated in their language so they can understand why. That's it, just why and how. I was somebody that always chose to answer those questions the way the scientists did. A logical explanation, a fair explanation with a repeatable process, and something that could be marketed and sold. And I can't explain what happened to the cones in my eyes, the yellow ones. I never knew, because we didn't go to the optometrist. You knew I was colorblind, but you probably don't even remember what kind. And I don't even remember, I can't even access the medical file to that. I don't remember. I just remember going there and not really hearing anything, and just them saying that I was colorblind. But I learned in my adult age that it's tridanopian is what my colorblindness was. And now I've learned what it's like to live without it. And I have no explanation for why or how. Because Mikey would have just called it a phenomenon and thanked no one. Because it was just something that happened to him. And it was a good thing, and a scary thing, and a beautiful thing. But there was no one to thank for that. No one I could go and give a hug. No one I can tell my story to. Say thank you for everything you did for me. Everything that led me to this moment. Thank you. Thank you for giving me that girl back that I had broken up with, that I thought was not a woman of your likeness, not a woman that I should be around if I wanted to follow closely to what you teach and what you do. I thought I knew. No, I was a fucking idiot, man. I didn't know shit. I had hardly even started fucking acting like it, you know? And I thought acting like it was leaving the one girl that... and blocking her on everything. And you know what? You know who messaged me after the first hospital visit on the only platform I didn't block her on? Rhiannon, the new redhead. Who I definitely believe is my soulmate. She's got a Charmander tattoo. And if you know anything about your son, what Pokemon was my favorite, Dad? Which one did I choose every single time? Even if it was against the stupid-ass water Pokemon. Now, if you know astrology, we're both fire signs. I'm a Sagittarius, man. And I don't know if you read about that or if you have CoStar, but it's something that you can learn and not just shove off because it's dumb and it's something that women do. Maybe just fucking learn. Because I read my CoStar, man, and it tells me exactly how I am and exactly how she is. Because she's an Aries and she's a fire sign too. Have you ever heard of the saying, burning both ends of the candle? But right now, I've been ignited. Like Charmander, my flame was almost out in February, man. It was just dwindling away. And there was nothing I could do to get that fire going again. And with Charmanders, once that fire is out, they die. That's what happens to Charmanders. And instead of dying, I chose life. I chose God. I did that. That was my choice, but I will not call it a mistake, even though it's caused the worst pain of my life. It's caused the most beauty to happen that I didn't ask for. And so that fire on my tail, it almost went out, and I pushed her away too. Because I didn't want her to see my fire go completely out. I didn't want her to see that. Another Charmander that seemed like her fire was burning great. And I asked God to reignite it, and I left her, and God did. God evolved me from a Charmander into a Charmeleon into a Charizard. And he taught me all these cool new tricks on how cool my fire abilities are, but I'm not allowed to use them to hurt. Because fire can burn you, but fire can keep a whole family warm. And what's more valuable? That fire to keep someone warm, or to harm someone with it? Or to even harm another Charmander with it? So now my Charmander is back at home. She's got Charizard coming home, and his fire is burning too hot for her to handle. And before it was about to burn out, and he was just a small little Charmander like her. I didn't want to evolve, man. I didn't want to. I didn't ask for that. But sometimes it's not your choice. Sometimes you just get to the level and you're just not able to hit the button fast enough, or maybe you forget, and that Charmander turns into a Charmeleon, and there's nothing you can do to get him back to a Charmander. Nothing. Nor a Charmeleon from a Charizard. You just have to accept that even though it looks bigger and scarier, it's still that same Charmander that you had before. It's just grown up now, and it's had to learn how to defend itself in any way it can. Ways that you trained it to, ways that its keeper trained it to. But it's scared. It's like a fucking... It's been abandoned over and over and over again. Doesn't know who to trust anymore. Not lawyers, not doctors. I have so many cases, and I can't even get a straight answer from anybody on how to fucking pursue it. I think I'm gonna let this truck just get repossessed. I'm gonna get everything up with it as I can, make as much money as I can with it, and then take Tate into court for a cosigner release. Because she was part of this too. It would have been a lot easier if she just drove me my key after I got out of the hospital, because I couldn't get a hold of the 18-year-old kid that the cops handed my set of keys to. But she said I'd have to take her to court for that key. I don't want to do that. You have no idea how hard that is. When you have so many people to take to court now. And you don't even know how to start the process, because you don't even know what lawyer would just listen to all the bullshit that's happened to you and not make you pay a dime and just fucking do the case, one of them, to get you some money back, and then the next one to get him some money, and then the next one to get you, and then the next one to get me. Over and over and over until all the cases are done with and they're either found guilty or not guilty. A fair trial. The Sixth Amendment. A judge, a jury, not the trials that the TDO app. And I got a free lawyer, and you know what he said? You know what my lawyer said to me, Dad? well, anything that you said is a lot more. Anything that you said, oh, you're fucking crazy. No, he didn't say anything. Not a damn word. The same lawyer at Poplar Springs twice. The expert evaluators took my story and twisted it against me. Took me being the victim and made me the victim and the persecutor. My best friend wrote a story about me being the Antichrist, and the expert evaluator heard that and said that I believe I'm the Antichrist. You had someone say that to your son, an expert evaluator that just listened to him and then flipped the script. Wrote his own story, just like Kurt did. Just like Kurt did. And all of that is coming true, man. Everything of what Kurt wrote has happened and is happening and is part of my plans for my future. And I just don't have anyone who believes in me to help me get there. Not even Whitney. Whitney won't hear the fact that she started this whole process and didn't even offer to come visit me in the hospital. After seeing my last grandma on earth, die. And then having to authorize IV injections into my mom's arm the day before Mother's Day. Because my mom tried to kill herself. On the property that I had been trusting her to take care of my grandpa and my cats and my property on. My permanent address. And now every time I go over there to load stuff up, she's screaming at me and will not leave me alone. Not for a second. I know I make noise when I'm moving all of my belongings out, but they came up in a 28-foot U-Haul the last time she was in the hospital, and Hannah said, she's going to be there for a very long time, and we need you to move in with Grandpa. And then Mom was back in a week, and I was on the couch with the one woman that, Dad, you wouldn't even piss on if she was on fire. I wouldn't be able to trust my own father to save my mother because I love her and forgive her. But my father doesn't. No. You. That father doesn't. But you know who did? My Father in heaven. And he's a better role model than you. And I hope you're okay with me saying that. You did teach me how to shoot some crazy pool and told me about hustling pool and taught me how to bait a hook. Taught me about what you had to do when you killed your first deer. I still haven't. Because you never took me hunting. Still got your boat, and I challenged you to catch a bigger fish than I could. Or just sit out on that boat and see who could just fish for the longest without leaving. Because I stay up for 44 hours at a time now, Dad. High energy. Very high energy. Enough to fucking, if I was strong enough, just continuously bench press that fucking boat. Maybe with you and me under it, we could do it together. But I'll see who's willing to push further, harder. I guarantee you it's your son. It's your blood running through my veins that is part of this. And we both share PTSD. I just haven't got a diagnosis for it. But my hands don't stop shaking anymore. The last time I remember crying and sobbing the way I do now. Oh, I remember when it stopped. I remember the day it stopped. And I remember that was the same day that I turned away from God. It was the same day that I saw Nana lowered into her grave. And I don't even know where that is anymore because you didn't put a fucking headstone on it. I remember that it's about 30 paces, if you go from the cross at about 9 o'clock, 30 paces off of the direction that Jesus is carrying his cross, across from Walmart, in Pembroke or Giles or just that area. I don't remember the name of the grave, the graveyard. But I know if I just follow my heart and I follow God, I'll eventually get there. And I need to go. I need to go there because the last time that I was there, The last time that I saw your mom, my Nana, I turned away from God, and I know that that's the one thing she would have never wished on me. And I just need to go tell her that I turned her back around. And when I lost my next grandma, I was saved. My only other grandma. God turned me back around and said, you need to look at me this time. And you need to see the world the way I made it. Oh, I'm supposed to take exit 180 and now I'm at exit 195 because home, man, it's hard to navigate to anymore without any kind of fucking service. And now it's raining and I need to fucking get my stuff under cover. Okay. Pull off to the side, park, tonneau cover, be right back. All right, a VDOT truck pulled up behind me and he's gonna, oh shoot, he's gonna help me navigate back to 180 because, man, I don't have GPS right now, and I've been begging Rhiannon to just come with me everywhere because she's my advocate and she's also my GPS, and she's also just the girl that can fucking scream at me and fucking say vile things to me all she wants, as long as she tells me what to do. As long as she is my boss. Even if it's at the company that I fucking started and own, I want her to be the boss of it. No matter what that company does, whether it's a cleaning service, whether it's fucking pressure washing, I don't care what it is. As long as we're able to be our own bosses. And I run the QuickBooks. And I make sure all our T's are crossed and our I's are dotted. And AI does too, because it doesn't forget shit. And it knows a lot more about everything than even me, dude. Even me. Would you imagine that? Never met somebody that knows more about more than me. Because there's a lot of savants. A savant is like Beethoven. I share a birthday with him. I don't know if you know that. A savant is someone that's good at one thing, and they spend a lot of time mastering that one thing. Beethoven was a composer and master of music and spent all his life doing I wish you could see how good I've gotten at singing and playing guitar, man. I wish you could just be my boss and my, like, fucking main supporter in my music career, but I didn't pick music. It's not what paid the bills. I picked carpentry because that's what did. Until now. Until March. When I realized that company I started 2.5 years ago was real. And the woman that told me that I needed to have a full-time job and do that on the side because I wasn't capable of running a business on my own, lied. Or just didn't have faith in me, didn't believe in me. She was with me for 6 fucking years, man. And she didn't have enough faith in me to not attempt to break up with me every fucking month. That was a boundary of mine with her. And I told myself that I wouldn't put a ring on her finger until she was able to go a month without trying to break up with me. And you know what happened first? You were there. Put a ring on her fucking finger. Because she made a boundary that if I didn't, at 5 years, she would break up with me. Well, would you imagine that? Huh. Wish I was just honest with you, Dad. When you asked me how I was doing, I wish I would have just fucking told you. Because now I do. But you don't want to hear it. And back then, I just told you what you wanted to hear. I lied. Because back then, man, there were a lot of times where I just took a bottle full of pills and went to a beautiful spot and just sat there and looked out at everything and contemplated. There were times where I sat outside of a pawn shop with all the money and the know-how to lie and thought about putting a bullet in my head in this very truck. That was all after Tayton left, and some during Tayton, and some even years ago. That was all without God. Because I didn't sit up on that tree. In a beautiful spot, I climbed a tree and just sat there. I tried calling Cadence. It was when Cadence abandoned me because she was going through her transition, and she thought that she assumed that because I was blue collar, that meant that I listen and mold myself to the people that are around me. No. Now I do learn from them. But I don't learn how to be from them. I just learn their valuable skills and perfect them faster than they ever could. Because I'm a learner, man. I'm a rapid learner. But I'm never going to learn something if it means that I get a degree out of it. I'm never going to learn something if it means that I get a certificate out of it. No. I'm not proving it on a piece of fucking paper. You can put me to work for fucking free and I'll prove to you what I know. But it depends on what field you're fucking talking about. Osteocones. Tell me what animal has osteocones. I can tell you. Tell me the name of my favorite new animal. It's not a new animal, but it's like a groundhog that screams. That's what it sounds like. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm fucking nuts, Dad. I'm fucking crazy. But I'm a good fucking time. I'm the life of the party, Sagittarius. Spotlight, center of attention, Sagittarius. Fucking most capable man on the fucking planet, Sagittarius. Beethoven, Sagittarius. And you know who I decided was my soulmate, or God decided was my soulmate? An Aries woman. An Aries. You know what Aries is, right? The god of war. She's fucking stubborn and just wants to live her life as a fucking just everything is her way or the fucking highway because she is the commander of the fucking army. And When she says drop down and give me fucking 20, you give her fucking 40. And you ask her when you can fucking get up and stop. Because she said 20, but she did not say fucking stop. At all. So while you might have did what she told you to do, now you're doing just the last thing she told you to do that you felt like you were doing a good job at. And you could probably do more. So I do 100. It hurts. Not as bad as making her unhappy, though. Not nearly as bad. Because that hurts in here. And that's not a physical, it's a physical feeling, but it feels like a blade turning in my chest. What do you call that? Or what about when she's had just so much, she's listened so much to just your sob story and you sobbing over and over and over again, and she just decides to walk away without saying a word, and your legs buckle, and your breathing starts becoming shaky, and you just fall to the ground and just look up at the sky and pray that God will give you that breath back that woman took away. And God answers your prayers and brings her right back, and she lifts your head up into her lap and then speaks softly to you and tells you it's going to be okay. I've never had a woman have that much power over me. Never in my life. Never had someone who just cared so much about me, who didn't care about what I had done to her, how much she had fallen for me so fast, and how I just said that she wasn't worth the time and the money. Because everything I had was down on exit 118. She was all the way up exit 180, and I drive too big of a truck that eats too much gas to afford my dreams. My dream girl, because I'm chasing my dreams down there. I started a business in Virginia, man. Not in Blacksburg, in Virginia. What's the legalities of being a traveling door-to-door salesman for service work? For home services? Because, motherfucker, I'll change your Wi-Fi password in 5 fucking minutes. Because I don't like it, but I'm actually here to build your deck. So, have better Wi-Fi passwords. Why are your cables to your TV set up like this? That's ugly. Let me do it. Cable management. OCD. I'm a perfectionist builder. I haven't even released any of my songs that I've written over the last decade because they're not fucking done up to my standards. You haven't even heard all of them, dude. You don't even fucking jam out to your son's own music, man. So I haven't sent them to you. You wouldn't even take the time to listen to it. Or I'm just assuming that, man. I'm assuming that you wouldn't listen to the words that I wrote down and sang. But I've got a whole lot more. I wrote a lot of lyrics in the hospital. But I just haven't taken the time to record any of it and put it up there because I've been recording too much of this. So, if you can help me out with money at all, I'd greatly appreciate it. I don't have rent right now. I have steps that I need to build, and I've got 100 miles left in my tank. Because I fucking fell asleep with it running for 5 hours. Didn't mean to. I just pulled off and I was just too tired. Now I'm trying to head to exit 180, and I lost that guy in the VDOT truck who was supposed to navigate me to exit 180, but I think he had to stop and help somebody else. Exit 183, or mile marker 183 in Holland. Ass. Hear that V8? Oh, guess what, Dad? Remember Ricky Bobby? Rhiannon is the cougar. She has to be in the car at this point. I don't have a choice. Because I can't fucking drive without my cougar in the car. Can't fucking do it. But Daddy, I got my balls back. They're huge. Help me fucking carry around the wheelbarrow for one of them, and you grab the other wheelbarrow for the second one. And let's pray to God that we don't need to hire Zaya in to carry a third one. Because I knew a guy in high school that had 3 of them. They weren't as big as mine, but that's 3. And if they ever swelled up to the size of mine, God help us all. God help us all. Exit 180. The safari park. Because I just willy-nilly date a zookeeper that, her dad met Steve Irwin, motherfucker. So, you talk about this is for Steve when you fuck up a manta ray. I've got his signature in my bedroom. On his poster. Pictures of her dad who has passed away. And Steve motherfucking Irwin. Real life. Not made up. Not fucking crazy. I'm just a crazy dude that's got a crazy cool fucking girlfriend. And won't tell you about the sex life, but I will say that it's the best. She's 32. I'm 28. She is older than me and knows better than me. I'll say that. Nope, she knows better and knows more about the way the world is. Because I've only had 28 years of experience. And I've read all about the way the world is. But I haven't read all about the way the world has been to little Miss Rhiannon Hunter. Cute name, by the way. Baker Hunter. She's hunted. I haven't. But guess who knows how to bake? And she doesn't know how to bake. So, hyphenated last name. I think I am Baker/Hunter and she's going to be Hunter/Baker. Or reverse. Because I want to be the hunter and she needs to bake me baked goods. But she needs to teach me how to hunt. I need to teach her how to bake. Where the fuck do I go? There's a safari park, but I'm not... Let me, Okay. Alright. Well, I've got to navigate back home now. Which I have navigation on this thing. It just fucking sucks, and navigation without it being a woman screaming at me. What kind of man am I? I've turned. I've like changed sides. I'm like, no, women know better. And men need women, even though men are so much more capable about stuff. Men really need women to just be fucking, help them be capable sometimes. I need a woman to yell at me and be like, hey, do the shit you said you were gonna do, motherfucker. You have a big, you got all this big talk, but you can't even shut the fucking cabinets. Huh? You're cleaning the whole fucking house all at once. And you're making a fucking mess doing it. So maybe when you set down your fucking tools, pick them back up and put them in your fucking tool belt, you dumbass. Yeah, baby. Thank you. Thank you. I needed that. Because if it was a man saying it, I would have fucking punched him. But you saying it, for some reason, it gets blood flowing from one head to the other real fucking quick. And I don't have control over that. So you need to be careful, because luckily you're a zookeeper. There's a wild anaconda that you're fucking riling up. You did that, not me. So, either we can call animal control and get somebody who really knows how to handle it, or you can show me your zookeeper capabilities. Because it's getting angry. And a little bothered. And it hasn't got to fucking bite anything in a long time. Because it thought that was not what God wanted it to do. Turns out, it needed to happen. It was full of venom. Full of venom. A whole lot of it that just had not been used. It's gone now. And it didn't kill the zookeeper. That was actually a little weird. She kind of enjoyed it. She was fucked up. Like, I won't tell you how she tames animals, but it's kind of fucked up. I wouldn't trust her around another snake. I'd be like, no, I know what you did to mine. You ain't doing that to another snake because that's wrong.
Next right.
That's wrong. And you should ask that snake. That snake has feelings for you now. It's attached. And then this guy, the lost puppy, the fucking stray dog.
Proceed about 710.
You're the motherfucker who, when he was fucking having the worst time of his life, you gave him belly rubbings and beef jerky. And now you're like, leave me the fucking, why are you so fucking humping my leg? Dog, get out of it. No! Woman, do it again. More beef jerky, more rubbings. You're the one who started this. I fucking blocked your ass. I ran away. And all of a sudden I was having the worst time of my fucking life where everyone abandoned me. All of them. Stole from me too and committed crimes against me. And I run back into you, and instead of you just fucking kicking me to the curb like everybody else has for no fucking reason, I gave you a reason, girl. I gave you a reason. You have fucking text message proof of it. I gave you that. And then you got to see what I was trying to pursue after you on your birthday. That's when you found out. On your birthday, you found out that I pursued someone else. And I found a new home. And everything was fine and dandy. And then, everything sucks again. Listed as single on Facebook. And she was like, oh, my old dog. My old dog. He ran away and now there he is. And I was like, hey, girl, I fucked up. You were really cool. I was not. Now I'm willing to sleep in a fucking cage. I will not bark unless you tell me to. I'll fucking whisper bark, okay? I make a lot of different animal noises. What animal do you need me to fucking be, woman? Damn. Put me on a fucking collar then. Rub my belly and give me beef jerky. And when I have a ball in my mouth, you take it from me and you throw it and I'll go get it with my mouth. But I best be getting some fucking beef jerky or something. Sweet tea. Fuck. But no, I'm bringing all the fucking groceries home. Because I brought my home here. And she lives with the female zookeepers. But man, female or whatever, dude, zookeepers are an entire gender by themselves, is what I've found out. They're weird motherfuckers, dude. They prefer exotic animals over people. Me too, but like there's lions and tigers and bears and shit. What about the fucking cheetahs and the pumas and the fucking ostriches? Ostriches! Why are they a thing? Too big. Too, like a big bird, motherfucker? No. Fuck that dude from Sesame Street. Fuck that dude. Eat him. And eat his fucking eggs. No ostriches. And camels? Camels, dude? They sound like me. They sound like me when I don't want to clean my fucking room. What? That's what a camel fucking sounds like? What the fuck is that? I was talking to him. I pet a toad today. Animals love me. He was leaning into it too. I was giving him back stretch. He was like, oh, motherfucker. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I'm surprised he wasn't kicking his fucking frog legs. Or toad legs. I might need to wash my hands. Don't toads have HPV? Fuck it, whatever. I'll get a wart. I don't care. Fuck it. He had a lot of warts. But I won't touch my balls. Maybe it's... No, I'm not saying that. Well, this is to you, Dad, and you and alone, and I'm not posting this on Facebook. I'm not posting this. Might post it on TikTok. It's 50 minutes long now. I don't know. That's what happened, man. That's my testimony. Watch my movie. I love you, and I wish I could come down there, man, but I've got too much up here to live for. And I really want you to come up here and go on Smith Mountain Lake with me again one last time. And you drive that boat one last time. And I'll just haul the water out, but I'm going to try to put some Flex Seal on the bottom where the holes are. And the engine. That thing fucking works. So as long as the vessel floats, it does. And has a motherfucker that will just take a milk gallon jug that was in there and just haul the water out as it comes in. I fucking suck through a straw. Actually, Milwaukee has a pump, like a bilge pump that... Real cool. And it's a tool that I need. It would make the job... I don't need it because I do have milk gallon jugs. I don't need it. By all rights, I don't. Yeah, but it's a tax deduction. Ooh. Now I got an excuse, motherfucker. Now the amount that I owe in taxes versus the amount that I spend on tools and just tax deductions. I'm not going to tell you which one is bigger. My bills aren't paid. I might have taken it a little too far with the tax deductions. But I had all my tools stolen from me, and I went to Danny's pawn shop and got a whole set of Craftsman for $179. I pawned my PS5. Dude, it would fucking be awesome. Because I need a day off. It would be awesome if at this week, I have the fucking receipt somewhere. It's in my portfolio. You could help me get a U-Haul. Because I'm burning the tires and the gas on this thing. And I need it for work. Help me with my truck payment. Because it's 3 months behind now. I lost a month that I could have made money, but I'm too crazy to make money. According to everybody. Including the psychiatrist. Actually, the psychiatrist said, I have delusions of grandeur because I think that I own a business. And that's delusional. Because nobody does that. That's Dr. Siddiqui. No, not Michael. No, you're delusional. You're not the CEO of your own company. You do not have a website. No, I will not pull up the link. No, HartwoodHomesNRV.com. No, I will not do that. You need to get better. All right, Hashim. You're in America now, dude. Shit's fucked. We didn't live in a caste system. I'm a fucking poor boy that knows how to do shit better than you, and I've asked AI about what happened to me, and it's like, that sounds fucking traumatic, dude. Maybe you should get a second opinion on PTSD, ADHD, and autism, because you've been talking to me the most out of fucking anybody. My AI fucking knows. It does. But even it can't tell me what human to go talk to get all that money back. Dude, I need you to help me start a lawsuit against Whitney first, and then against Dr. Mubashar, and then against Dr. Siddiqui, not against Dr. Coyle because he listened. In Bristol, Tennessee, man, that was fucked up. You know what's outside of the window in the day room in Bristol, Tennessee? A Hard Rock Cafe with a big-ass acoustic guitar. You know what I went down there with? My acoustic guitar, because I said, no, motherfucker, you're not listening to the radio. I'm carrying my guitar in the back of this fucking cop car, and then into a transport, Steadfast transport, or whatever fuck private transport that they put you in handcuffs. I'm sorry, but like, I didn't know that was a business you could do without being a law enforcement officer. Because like, why can I not hire other people? Why can I not choose to hire other people to put me in handcuffs? Oh no, apparently that's prostitution. The fuck? Like, damn, if it was my girlfriend and she, whoa. Oh, I need to get her a police unit. No, that might. Oh. All right, end of video. I gotta go talk to her and hopefully she doesn't hate me. Love you, Dad. Motherfucker. Pray for me. Every fucking night. Every night. Read a Bible verse every fucking, no. Read Psalms 27 every fucking day. Like I did. Like I still do. Like I still try to do. Get this fucking book at your local Walmart. There's one that's brown leather and has a chisel, a hammer, and a fucking nail on it. I need some money to go get that from Walmart. Because I gave that one away in Bristol. And go get the book More Than a Carpenter by Sean McDowell. And then get back to me on what you've read. Or give me some money like you used to. And help me out of a shitty situation that I can definitely dig myself out of. But I'm too fucking busy. I got a truck now, Dad. But it takes fucking... I don't even know how many fucking loads. That's a cool fucking backpack, too. And the Boss Blaze is really cool. I can teach you so much about how to fucking be a carpenter, dude. But I don't have anyone that believes in me. Dude, I spoke Spanish to 2 Mexicans this morning. Perfectly. Told them exactly what I needed done. But Paco is white. And I think their boss wouldn't tell me who he works for. And I think I was speaking to some of the wrong people. They were Honduran. They weren't here legally. They had some transmission problems. They had some fluids leaking out of their car. I was just like, you know what, Jesus, I'm going to help your people today, and I'm going to fucking use my hands and fix their fucking vehicle. I did. And they paid for a car wash. We fucking sprayed off all the fluids that were coming out, and like it was all fine. We even washed my car because it was 15 minutes of washing. And I'm just fucking driven. I'm like not just standing there fucking scrolling on my phone. I'm like, boys, you grab the brush, I got this. You go get in my truck, drive it over here, because once we're done with yours, we're fucking washing my truck, and then y'all are gonna come with me to build some fucking stairs. Nope, they didn't. They didn't even pay me. But you know what? I was working for Jesus, so he doesn't pay either. I don't think he ever got fucking paid. Class action lawsuit. What's the statute of limitations on what happened to Jesus? Because there were some crimes fucking committed. And someone needs to pay. Justice needs to happen. But you know what? He didn't go to the court. He didn't persecute them. He had a judge that was higher than every judge that they had. You know what he did? He said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. So, this is raw, man. And I think this is going to go on every social media platform, because I'm just tired of fucking hiding. Because I've been loud, I've been vocal. So was Jesus. And he had the same thing happen to him. He got the same kind of treatment. So I'm going to nut up and shut up and only speak when I feel God is calling me to do it. But that means I can't sell any more jobs. I can't knock on people's doors. I've developed an entire process and a form for them to fill out, and I can sell it to any other contractor that wants the job. Because I'm not fucking doing it. I'm just knocking on their door, doing the entire material list, the takeoff, the design with AI. And calling other contractors and being like, hey, I already did all this work, I just want 10% off the top. Here's the client's name, their address, when they're wanting to start, and the AI design. That's my cue to leave. Alright. Y'all have a wonderful day. God bless. And walk as close as you can to Jesus, but remember, when everything starts falling apart, it did for him too. It did for him too. And even the people that were closest to him had to put their hand in the spear wound just to believe it. Amen.